what it is that we are seeking. You understand? If you ask yourself, what is it you are seeking? Is it money? Is it security? Is it to be free from fear so that you can have everlasting pleasure? Is it that you are seeking to be free from the burden of sorrow? Not only your burden, but the world's burden of sorrow. Or are you seeking, apart from all the religious nonsense, or are you seeking something which is timeless? Something that thought has not touched at all. You understand? Something essentially original. Something that is absolutely incorruptible. So find out for yourself as a human being, like the rest of the other human beings in the world, what is it one is longing, seeking, hungering after? If one is wanting experience, because one has had sensory experiences, sexual experiences, the experiences of various kinds, and when he said, that's enough, I've had all those, but I want some other kind. You follow? Some more. Is that what you're seeking? Some experience which will give you great delight, great understanding, an illumination, a transformation. How will you find out? First of all, to find out, one must be free of all illusion, right? Which means terrible honesty. So that your mind doesn't deceive itself, right? Not to deceive itself, one must understand the whole nature of desire. Right? Because it is desire that creates illusion. Through desire, one wants fulfillment. One hopes for something more. So, unless you comprehend the whole nature and structure of desire, it will inevitably create illusion. And we went into the question of desire. So can your mind, having understood the activity of desire, know its relative value, and therefore be free to observe, which means to observe without any kind of illusion. Nationalism is an illusion, right? Obviously. That's very easy. The illusions that thought has created, right? Is when aware of the illusions. Come on, sis. And when the mind is free of illusions, and so being absolutely without any hypocrisy, being clear, honest, then we can begin to inquire. Inquire into something, asking whether there's a timeless existence. You understand? A timeless truth.
Verma sir, please unmute yourself. You have muted yourself and your video is off.
Okay. That happened. Some problem.
Your video is not coming, Verma sir.
Just a minute. Let me see what is the problem. Mhm. Mm.
Now video has come. Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Is it there?
Yes, it is now sound is also coming and you are also visible.
Okay. Should I speak now?
Yes, sir.
My only request is, because this question raised by JK, what are you seeking? Meaning, what am I seeking? Each one of us. So this question is for each one of us. Going through my entire conditioning. You see, this question relates to myself going to my conditioning, entire conditioning, going in myself. So my identifications, my desires and longings. So I will request first all other friends to tell after this seeing this video if they can individually what they pick up from this video, because he is talking to each one of us. Afterwards, you give me 5 minutes, I will in the end I'll give me 7 minutes, I will do rest of it. So I request all the friends to start, whosoever wants to talk after seeing this video. Please welcome.
Prasad sir.
Sir, each one of us has to tell what he is seeking. That is what the Pradeep ji wants us to do, isn't it?
This video,
Huh? Pardon, sir? Pardon?
this video is addressed to each one of us.
Yes. So, what I am seeking now is totally different from what I sought earlier. What I seek has been changing over a period of time. What I sought when I was a small kid was totally different from what I sought as an adolescent or as a young man or as a newly married guy or as a government servant. So it has been changing almost every day. What you seek changes every day. It is totally different. Today, I want a job for my granddaughter. That is what I am seeking. Earlier, it was different. So your desires change every day over a period of time, all that. Ultimately, Krishnaji, from the video, what I gather is, he is asking you, can you seek something that is timeless, something that is sacred, something that is not touched by thought? And for that, he wants your mind to be totally free of illusions. Only a free mind can find out, can indulge in that desire for the timeless. Actually, even that is a kind of desire. The desire for the timeless is also a desire. What are we left with? He said somewhere, your me is the disorder. So you have to be free of disorder. And for that, he says, your me, your sense of me, that you are a separate guy from the rest of the world, that itself is a disorder. And a disordered mind cannot search for the timeless. So we can only understand the implications and the complications involved in this search or no search, because search itself is a kind of desire. So that is your experience. He says, are you seeking an experience? And if you are seeking an experience, for that also, your mind has to be free of illusions. Illusions is a desire. Any type of desire in the mind is a kind of illusion. And so long as you are caught in desire, so long as you do not understand the nature of desire, you are not free of illusion. And if you are not free of illusion, you cannot search for, or you cannot think of the timeless. The timeless is something beyond your thought process. You cannot think of the timeless. Thought is time. That is what Krishnaji says. Thought is time, time is thought. And to go beyond thought or time, yes, you can only understand the nature of desire. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you, Prasad ji. Dinesh wants something?
Dinesh, do you want to say something?
Definitely, I want to say something.
Good.
Am I visible?
Yes.
Are you able to hear me
Yes, your
Yes.
voice is very clear.
clearly?
Clear.
Extra
In
clarity.
this, pardon?
Extra clarity today.
Extra clarity. Oh,
Clarity.
uh-huh. Okay. So in this video, JK is asking, what are you seeking? When we say what are you seeking, definitely this has been addressed to individual. And if individual sees himself, then definitely the answer will be different. Why the answer will be different? Because individual nature is different. Everybody's psychological parameters, inclinations, desires from which desire arises, those are different. Instincts are different. So definitely the answer will be different. Now, in our tradition, they say they have bifurcated this into 4 zones or 4 aspects. First is Shudra, lowermost. Then there is a Vani or Baniya. Then third is Kshatriya, and fourth is Brahman. So, what happens when a person, you will see, I will also say what I want, but let me explain the other things also first. Or let me say my views on other things. So, what happens when a person takes a birth in a Shudra family? He sees the environment there. He gets conditioning there, and his first aim is to earn the money because he wants money. So he wants does the work of Shudra, and we know what is the work of Shudra. Even services also comes under the work of Shudra. So he does all the work to earn the money. Then he gets some money, then he wants more. As JK says here, one wants more. So then it goes to the second zone, means that is Baniya or Vyapari, or you can say who has got ample money. Now he wants to have some of the recognition in the society. So he goes into third zone. When the money is more, then he goes into third zone, and that is Kshatriya. So when when he goes into the zone of Kshatriya, he has got he is after power, satta. So when he goes into the zone of Satta, then he shows his all power and all that, so that people can recognize him. Like today's case, in today's case, he is a you can say political leader or something of that sort. This is let me clear first that this is not by birth. This depends on your tendencies, basically psychological tendencies. So as per the psychological tendencies, his desires will be like that, and as per desire, he will seek. So after that, he goes to the fourth zone. He says, "What for I have done all these things?" So Brahma Janati iti Brahman. So he goes into fourth zone of Brahman, and that's what he wants to seek. Why? How the world has been made, or how this? What is the truth? Then he wants to seek the truth. So my voice is reaching you clearly?
Yes.
So he goes into the fourth zone. And after that also one zone is there, but very few people or very few persons can go into that zone. That is Rashi. Rigved says, Rigved has used the word Rut. Rut means Satya. They are in the Satya zone or truth zone. Who has understood or who has reached or this timeless zone, that is Rishi. So anyway, let us not discuss about Rishi. But so this seeking all about is as per their tendencies. You will find that most of the people in this society, they don't know who is J. Krishnamurti. They simply do the dharmic rituals. They simply do the dharmic rituals, etc., and they go for their business or their service or whatever it is. So we see that this seeking is as per the individual parameters and tendencies and all that, and from there the desire arises, and as per the desires it seeks. This also, if we see, matches with the JK. JK has also asked the same thing. What do you want? You want money? You want to remove your or eradicate your fear totally? Or you want to free from the fear? Or what? This freedom from the fear or freedom from everything, this is also, we can say, need of very few. They even don't know. And what is this freedom and what we are talking? If we talk these things in general people, they will not understand what we are talking. So many people even touch the J. Krishnamurti and they keep it aside the book. They say that we can't understand this. So this is the case. Now he has also said that through desire, what one does basically. Through desire, one wants to wants fulfillment. One hopes for something more. So, in normal case, when we see how a seeking is fulfilled, as you are thirsty, suppose, and you want you get a glass of water, and then you drink it, then you get a sort of fulfillment. Of course, that is time bound. Of course, that is time bound. So similarly, time bound time is required in most of the cases in worldly things, and for that he says that this is illusion which is caused by the. In many cases, the illusion is caused by the thought. So he categorizes all your thought creations as illusion. Why? Because they are time bound. They fall under time. So first of all, he says you should your mind should clear that, clean up that, and that then you should understand what are the whole structure of desire, means how the desire is created in a person or all the humanity, and what happens afterwards. So if you understand the whole structure of desire, then probably you can be free from that. If at all you need the free, most of the people do not require the freedom. This is very clear. Further, he has also said that you require security. But security also, most of the people get security, as I said, from the other sources. Like some people get feels that the security they will get from the money. If they will have excess money, they will have security. Or they will have extra power, then they will have security. So this definition is also, even in the case of Shudra, he feels that if he is connected, uh, properly with any authority, then he will be free from the fear, or he will be having the good support. So this is the case. So many people, most of the people will have different their desires, and accordingly they move in the life. So this is what right now I want to say. Then afterwards I will add up some points. After let other people speak some, and then we will, if the time permits, then we will discuss other things also. Thank you.
Verma sir.
Dinesh, ji, you started very well by saying that he is talking to the individual. But your whole narrative, the whole thing you have talked about is generalization of what is there.
Mm.
An individual,
Mm.
could you see yourself and talk about your conditionings, your seekings in your day-to-day life, whether you have attention on those things, your mind, because this is what you have told is what is written in Vedas and whatever generalization, absolute generalization. But you started as an saying that he is talking to the individual. So individually, you have not talked anything about yourself. So I will
Yeah.
request you to say something about yourself, your seeking, your as Dinesh, and then uh, the rest of it. Because in this video, everything is very clear. None of these things is there in this video. So you see, you just, if you want to say something about yourself, your seeking, and what it does to you on daily basis, that would help us to know more about the seeking in you.
Okay. If I discuss about my life, then I was suffering a lot, and I was in my initial days, the things were not properly placed, or although I have become engineer, but I could not. I have changed my various departments, but I could not find any particular department which can support me and which can be as per my passion. Basically, passion is very important here. So I could
You,
not find. But then I changed my, and I was also having some disease and some problem. And I made my guru. And then I got some idea that I had to select some particular line, and uh, first marketing, and then I have changed to the projects. So accordingly, that practical thing has been cleared. Similarly, because of suffering. And I wanted freedom. So since I wanted freedom, I have gone into deep. And then I could understand this timeless dimension and all that about this. So my seeking is definitely towards freedom and this timeless dimension, of which I could get some glimpse in my Reiki. This thing, I become a Reiki grandmaster. In that, I could get some glimpse of that dimension, and still I am getting that glimpse of that dimension, and I am continue with that my seeking. I also got the message that I should also study the J. Krishnamurti. So I studied J. Krishnamurti. Even I've been studying this J. Krishnamurti since 25 years. So in that I could get the other side of the coin. Means, if I say that uh, tradition is one side of the coin, then J. Krishnamurti is the other side of the coin. But the coin remains same. So then I could understand when I gone into deep that this is simply I'm seeing the coin from the other side, and that gives me the idea that where I have to go. So I had to I am trying to this get this timeless dimensions fully, and what we can say eternal dimension. And I am having this. I have been talking about the energy phenomena. So I am having a glimpse of this, and I am having daily this this dimension which I am touching. So this is the case. So what I am seeking finally is this timeless dimension. So this is my case, and I am also by birth Brahman. So I think now this is enough for the time being.
Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you for identifying yourself as a Brahmin. Any other friends we welcome?
If nobody is there, then I can discuss further.
So, Srinivasareddy.
Yes, please
Yes, sir.
be frank, sir. We are all friends and a family. You must tell whatever comes to your mind. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. What is conditioning, sir? Yes, conditioning is something we have built up as a human being. The thought has built up it, and I comprehend that I never do anything without it. That is my conditioning. Never. I do anything, nothing without it.
Without what, sir?
So, conditioning, I have been talking about conditioning.
Hmm.
I do anything without it. I do anything. I do nothing without it.
With conditioning, everything is done through conditioning.
Through conditioning. You are right, sir. Thank you.
Thank
So I have left there without any thought, without any illusion.
Okay, okay, okay.
So the thought I have stopped at that time because anything I think about it, there is a conditioning behind it. So it is a stalemate position, and it is also a liberty from that conditioning.
Okay, okay. So you are seeking that liberty, is it?
not seeking. I have seen it. I have seen that condition. So naturally, I am. There is a way of. There is a. So it is. What is it? Is it seeking to coming out of that condition? Is it a desire? Nothing. No. It is a way of not stopping by to that condition. So, how to remain in it? We have to stand with that only with facts, not with illusions. What are facts? Facts are I am a human being, and I am a species with all those species on this planet, in this universe, in your galaxy. So comprehend that with that background, I can stood with that background. I can I can't enter that illusions again. There is always we have to with that facts. Facts will only uh, get rid of that illusions. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Vimalji.
Yes, sir. I just want to say that I have no present aim to find that eternal. Right now, all I'm seeking is to live in conflict free state inside my mind, like as many hours of the day as I can. So I look at my conflicts. I try to resolve my conflicts. So there's a lot of work that is being done in that, has to be done in that, and that is my constant aim. So it hasn't been to seek that divine or anything, because I'm not sure I will be illusion free if I tried all that. I mean, I don't know how much will be illusion and what will be real. So I don't want to experiment in that. I'm sure others, I respect other people's journeys, but my journey is to seek the state of uh, complete conflict free inner state. That's it.
So, ma'am, you are getting conflict continuously?
No.
No. So you are alert enough to see when there is a conflict and you attend to, is it?
Yes.
That's all. Enough. So you are attentive. That is what is the only. That's right.
Desires or something which are unfulfilled. So frustrations may cause conflict, but mostly it is connected to people. People cause some kind of conflict all the time, generally.
That's why JK said that you know yourself in relationship. And most of the conflicts you're talking about is in relationships, isn't it? So that gives you a better picture. When do you react? With whom do you react? At what point do you react? So it is for me to see myself in relationship. These things keep on coming to us. And then how do we react? That matters a lot. And what reaction does to me? Every time you will know whether it makes you suffer or when it resolved, or is it resolved by being attentive to that. This is what I feel about what you are telling.
Yes, sir, I think so. That's correct.
Thank you so much, Vimalji.
Thank you.
Next, anybody, other friends?
Nothing coming to mind.
Can I say something here?
Let Pradeep sir say
May
what
I
he wants to say about seeking. Then
know who is saying this? Who is talking?
Dinesh
Dinesh ji was
Waghmare.
saying that he wanted to talk something, but I told to him that let Pradeep ji talk about seeking. Then Dinesh ji again can come
Hmm.
if
Dinesh ji,
if it is okay.
because for me, this video is so clear, and what I have noted after listening to that video, few important points JK has raised, which are usually taken for granted, but no emphasis is given on that. He talked about hypocrisy. He talked about honesty, utter honesty with oneself, of course. And he talks about no illusions. Who will tell my illusions? Of course, I have to go deep in myself only to see whether they are illusions or reality. Because this is very clear, most of the fears and most of the anxieties are thought based. Thought is the product of past. Some experience you had, and it has become a memory because its impact was so great. So he's talking this. Are you? Am I honest to the core? Am I honest to the core to see my conditioning and my mind working, my thoughts coming and going, and what it is doing to me moment to moment, what image I have about myself, and whether that image is talking to another image. So this I have to see in myself, because there is other speakers after made it so clear. Even Krishnamurti is talking, he is questioning this when he's talking to the trustees, and that to all senior trustees, including David Bohm and all the great people around him, very highly intellectual and highly uh, wisdom seekers. He's questioning, is K talking out of the silence of the truth? So, so what he's indicating, silence of the truth wonderfully, and that also he is talking in this video also, timelessness. So he's questioning and having dialogue with so many people. Is K talking out of the silence of the truth? You see, and this important chapter is in the perfume of the teachings, that latest one of the latest books. So perfume, again, the word perfume is cannot be, you cannot make you cannot think of a word for perfume. But perfume per se doesn't say anything. So likewise, teachings, most of the teachings are timeless. Real teachings, he talks of silence, because Christ said somewhere, don't understand my silence, you will not understand my words. And JK also said, word is not the thing. So what we listen on our daily basis, what we are using to communicate are the words only. But he talks about words not as words. He said words as such are nothing. But the sound they generate, the sound it generates, there the meaning comes out of that. Then that's in the sound. He has been talking so much about uh, scriptures and so-called religious things where you are supposed to repeat Nam, Jap, etc., and also etc., everything, a number of them. But he was also he used to enjoy chanting. So chanting, what is important? Not the words, because we have seen that so many universally the local lingos, local languages are so sweet, soaked in love, most of them. You don't have to have a knowledge. You don't have to know what Japanese is, Chinese is, French is, but the sound attracts you. That is what. That's why in all our scriptures, it starts with Om, the primordial sound, the primordial sound. They say, of course, this is not a proprietary matter, that Om was there, but everywhere related to Om, a number of words are there, including Amma, Yambada, everything. So this Ma Shabd, and if you say chakras, each chakra has a sound, and it ends up in the Ma every time, going to Shastra and all that. So, but again, that dragging into scriptures. So we have to talk of that silence, because if you ask me what am I seeking, seeking not in literal sense, because what I have sought, as Prasad Bhai was telling Mulupuri ji, that I seek on daily basis, it keeps on changing desires. Desires what he talks. They go on changing, that's right. In Dunyadari, the more you are involved in that, the more you have that noise associated with all those things. So, but we are seeking peace of mind. We are we are seeking what we are actually, but because of our conditionings, we are surrounded by sounds of different conditionings and habits. So we have to be, if we want, what I am seeking is peace and silence. Right in the everyday morning, I don't, even the slightest sound disturbs me. That is my nature. I don't know why it is there, but it is there. Any sound will disturb. It wants to be in that state of silence, absolute silence. I don't want to listen to my words even. Not even memory, words in my memory, nothing. So that thing is important. That is your real nature, silence. But in Dunyadari, when we say worldly affairs in all the associated desires, then naturally this is against that peace which we are seeking, all of us, probably. I cannot vouch because it's a matter of subjectivity, and so many things are there associated. As individuals, we love to be individuals. We love some of our conditionings so beautifully that we will never be free from them because we like them. We are the carrier of those conditionings. So what JK is talking about, at that moment, the perception, if the perception is there, clear perception, things as they are, even that moment, you are out of that conditioning. But how do I enter into the same debris again? It means I go back to all my those trivial desires, my habits, my likes and dislikes, my duality in which I live, and my mind is dual mind. So we have to be really, what he is talking about, that timelessness or the silence of the truth, then we have to be, are we seeking that? If not, then Malupuri ji has already said that every time I have a different desire. I have been, today's desire is there, next desire is. हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले. So this is a desire. So ultimately you will go back why the desire is the chief cause of conflicts. So this is so this thing. For me, silence is that unconditional love. Unconditional love. When that makes you are the world. That makes you no conflict in relationship. Everybody. So that is the base of compassion. So silence is that. Unless until that situation is there, it's not that. One American Advait teacher from Jnana Yoga, he said highest teaching is silence. Going deep inside myself where nothing is happening, Transcending time and space, no good and bad, just being. So, unless until we have that, nothing less than that satisfies us. Then only what he's talking about, probably we can enter into that dimension. Otherwise, we go to a different dimension, come back the same routine way, mundane living. So I have to see myself. Do I come back to this, which creates reactions in me? Everything, if you see, right from your simple taking bath, cleaning your, wiping your, after the bath, wiping that, you will see that if you do it with love, it becomes very easy. The moment you want to resist that it should be done immediately, it should happen. Then again, these small things, you will feel how you are reacting to your helpers, so-called what they call servants, helpers. How do you talk to them? Can you communicate? Can you commune with them? Which is only possible if there is unconditional love. And when unconditional love is there, where is the question of conflict? So this is what on daily basis I go out in the morning for a morning walk, almost empty, blank. I am interested in photography, but something catches me and I freeze it in my thing to share it with others. So otherwise, again it becomes blank, again it becomes empty. So that sort of freshness, newness is only possible when you become empty and nothing. You want repetition. You don't want that thing again and again. I don't see my images again and again back. So one has to enjoy this freshness, this newness, and it gives you tremendous energy. So this is what my nature is. I don't know, because it is like that. So this I on daily basis, this is how I live. Others are welcome if they want to say something. I have no regrets. I have no future plans. You see, and what reactions does to me, I just see it immediately. And because JK said that entire life is learning. Every moment is learning. If that moment you are alert enough, you will not repeat that mistake. Immediately it will tell you, though, something wrong has happened, disorderly. So if you are aligned with the order, that order, which is maintained automatically, whether through me or once I say through me, then am I isolating myself? No. So there is an order. there is an order in the world, and it takes care of immediately, whether you like it or not, order is maintained somehow. That's why we are surviving. Otherwise, if you had subjectivity as the ruler, things would have gone to very bad conditions. But you can see what is happening around in the world. You see what the wars are there. You see there is they are reconciling, they are coming back to no war and this thing, how to get it. So there is always a big conflict on. But the present marketing, present market and present colors, synthetic colors, artificial intelligence, all these things are hovering over your creativity, your reality in a sense, the real thing. We are giving a mask. Earlier, we were giving mask to myself, only my image. Now the entire thing is masked. You see that some gibberish, some Japanese person has started based on artificial intelligence. Everything is becoming synthetic. Even in my mobile, you see, they are asking me to go for AI, go for AI, go for Gemini. What for? Because you want something fantasy. Fantasy in your mind is working, and children are direct these things. It is affecting children. They are fantasizing this world. They are not bothered what nature is, how they are surviving, how they are breathing. They're not. And you see that all of them, right in the even in they say Eye Institute, where even children are just very close encounter with the mobile. So naturally, and all the hospitals are full of patients. A different syndrome is, you see, trapping them. A very colorful syndrome, a very colorful disease, and we are not able to see. So the challenges are mounting all around. Challenges are mounting, and we somehow even in those people who are not formally educated, who getting only 10, 15,000, 20,000 per month, and having taken care of 2 children, they have given that mobile to them, and to keep them quiet, they give it. Something like some people used to give morphia or some afim to children when they were shouting. So it's a different morphine today being circulated and marketed openly almost. In America, it is open. But now here also, because market is good enough for all these things. So this is what I feel, friends. I'm telling my heart out. I'm telling everything that I feel, see, and whatever my sensitivity or whatever I see on daily basis, and I see in the news items and the papers are full of this and that, all full of bad things. So the challenges are huge. So we have to be very, very careful. I have to be rather, if anybody feels offended, I know because there are so many wise people listening to this and around that they are able to manage better than me. So thank you, friends. This is all I wanted to share with you. So this silence and peace which all of us are seeking, but whether we are leading a life which is anti that. So this is what I feel. Thank you very much. Anybody else, you are welcome to give your views, give your opinions about seeking, desires, and all that.
Pradeep ji,
Can I
I
say
want to make
something
a
here?
small comment, if you
Please,
permit.
Please, who am I to? Anyway,
Sir, I have a lot of sympathy, not sympathy, agreement rather, with what Vimal Balachander ji has said. That
yes,
what she said, what I understand she said, is that search for the sacred or the timeless and all that. I don't know, it may lead me to some illusion. So I am restricted to finding only one thing. Am I conflict free? Am I free of conflicts in my relationships? That is what she said. And
yes,
that is what I try to do myself.
good,
We are we free of conflicts with everybody?
yes,
No, you should not have any conflict with anybody. Like Ajata Sitru, that is what in Mahabharata Dharmaraj is said to be. Like that, can we be free of all our conflicts with everybody, all our contacts? That is, Krishnaji has said somewhere, if you are told that you will die this day, what will you do? You will settle your account with everybody. You will settle your properties and also settle your account with everybody so that you will seek their forgiveness. Have I done something wrong? Maybe I have done something wrong, so I seek your forgiveness. You please forgive me. You will say that. And you seek peace like that. Like that, ultimately, what is important is, and he also says, what is important is not what happens after death, but what happens before death. That is your life today. That is what is important. Not whether there is an eternal soul and things like that and what happens to that and all that. Not that. Similarly, here, are we free of conflicts with everybody? Are you free of envy, jealousy? You are you like that? All these things, free of all these things. And somewhere he says, color is God. This is something very fantastic. How color can be God? So, but if Pradeep ji is so fascinated with photography, it means for him, color is God. He finds beauty around him, and that is color. So, if saris are, put in the sun for drying, that is color. Saris, Indian saris are very colorful. So like that, you can enjoy your life. One thing I want to say again about sound. You see, if some sound is disturbing you, it disturbs you only when you resist it. If there is some loud sound coming, if you just allow it to pass through you, it won't disturb you. So, Pradeep ji has said, sound disturbs me. That is what he said. I think Krishnaji, when he was giving his talks, if there is a crow making some noise in a branch overhead, he is not disturbed. He allows it to go through him. So ultimately, what I want to suggest is, I have no patience with the tradition because it takes my attention away from the life today. I think it takes my attention to something, what happens after my death or somewhere. I am more focused on what is happening today. And every day we have to see whether we can die to the past and live in the present. These are only words. I may not really succeed in dying to the past and living in the present. But it is my desire, let me say, desire to live in the present and to forget the past. And the past is so haunting. It doesn't leave you at all. The good of it and the bad of it, both. The love you received in the past from so many people, from your parents, everybody, all that keeps on. You are so much attached to it. You can't become free. At least I cannot become free. I only talk that I want to be free. But every day, in the morning or in the day, or you remember your teachers, your bosses, your parents, your grandparents, all these associations of the past, they haunt you every day. You are never free. And possibly, unless you are free, you cannot totally live in the present. But at least I am free of tradition. I may not be free of my contacts in the past, but at least the tradition doesn't trouble me. I can definitely enjoy the chants and all those things. You can go to a temple and enjoy the atmosphere there. See the atmosphere there. And you are touched by the devotion of people, how devoted they are. And you are not rejecting those things. But at least they're not meaningful to me in the sense that I'm not caught in that. Thank you, sir. That's enough, I think.
Now, can I say something?
Please.
Number one,
Srinivasareddy has raised his hand.
Yes, sir.
Dinesh,
Yes, sir.
so please,
May I say something?
yes, please,
I-
Srinivasaji, please be brief.
Okay, sir.
Try to be brief.
Okay, sir. I try to understand the illusion simply as a physical illusion. When I sit in a train, I can say I am static or moving, but parallelly there is another train moving along with it. I can't say anything. I can. It creates the illusion that I also moving. I am also moving. So that is the physical illusion. How can I get rid of that? I have to look at that something is static, which is a platform or in the rail or rails. I can say I am static or moving. So illusion is very strong that I can't get rid of it. Similarly, the daily living, I am an individual, but I can't say I am a human being. I am a human being. So, can I, if I stand here of that facts, I can get rid of that illusions. I don't bother about that silence, energy, anything about. I can I can see those things as a spectator. I don't bother about what is there going on. So it is the I think it is a solution to that. Get rid of that illusion. Thank you, sir.
Can I say something now?
Yes, sir.
Why not?
First of all, who was speaking right now? Mr. Sahu?
No, sir. It was Srinivasareddy.
Srinivasareddy. So first of all, what is illusion? As per my understanding, thought has whatever the creations of thought. JK said those are the illusions. And out of that also, which is useful, means like technical knowledge or this thing, that is not illusion, because that is working with your external reality or external actuality in hand in hand. So that is not illusion. So what is illusion basically? Basically, illusion is also linked to thought, and that is of no use to you. Say, for example, something has happened with you in 6th class, and now it is not you are having memory of that. So that is not used to you useful today. So that is basically we can say that that is illusion, because it is time bound and it is of no use to you. Number one. Number two, if you are locked there, then Krishnamurti also said in this video itself that one has to be one. One has to be alone. So what is that this alone means? So I would request this gentleman to go through the what Krishnamurti said about the aloneness. Aloneness means not your
Loneliness.
this pardon?
Loneliness.
Lonely. It is not loneliness. So one has to become alone and see what happens. So he has to go through it. Number two, we are talking about the conflict. So why conflict is there, and in relationship particularly, because whatever the other person is different from you, and the other person has psyche and his personality is completely different. He does something, and that hurts you. So why it hurts you? Because you are having your own personality and your own programming, you can say, or your own conditioning. So one has to go through it and see why I got hurt. Because as JK said, word is not the actuality. So why it hurts you? Because you have not done the homework in yourself and seen what is your past conditioning and which is interfering today also. He said that once that happens, then you will having no reaction. Means suppose the other person says something, still you will not be having any reaction, because he said no reaction is revolution. What is revolution? Perception is action, no reaction is revolution, and no action is transformation. That's what he said. So we have to understand that in conflict, our old conditioning is not working, and it is coming in front of the latest dialogue, whatever is happening, or latest transaction in between you and the other person. So we have to be alert at that time and see what is happening. And if you are getting hurt, then you have to do the self-working. That is what I want to say. Thank you. Any on this?
Jain Saab wants to say something.
After quite many days, Mr. Sushil Jain has come. So how
was
is
not
he
well.
and how is his health?
Sushilji, please unmute.
Your video is not working.
Yeah, it is working. Working, darling.
I am with Gupta sir.
प्रणाम सर.
प्रणाम. Gupta sir प्रणाम कर रहे हैं. प्रणाम. आप बोलिए कि हाँ नहीं मैंने उसको बोला है कि जैसे अलाउ करेगा. अब अच्छा हूँ वाघमरे में बढ़िया हूँ.
वेरी
मेरा
गुड.
वजन 22 किलो घट गया है. अदरवाइज मैं ओके हूँ. ठीक है.
सर अच्छी हेल्थ रखें.
Wishing
Take care
you
of
good
your-
health.
हाँ चेहरा चेहरा तो दिख नहीं रहा है. सुशील कुमार काटेगा तो दिखेगा.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, बिना बिना देखे ही मालूम पड़ता है ना आपका.
कहाँ से? अभी
आवाज
तो मैंने
आवाज पहुंच जाती है.
आवाज पहुंच रही. मेरे को तो ये मालूम
Your
है कि
voice
आवाज
is
नहीं
reaching.
पहुंच रही. आवाज नहीं पहुंच रही. ऐसा आवाज भी बदल गई है ना भैया.
हाँ, थोड़ी सी वो है.
हाँ.
Battery is down and it's high time to recharge it.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बैटरी डाउन. अच्छा. मेरे को नहीं मालूम बैटरी कौन सी है इसमें. मेरे को तो ये मालूम है कि कोई बैटरी नहीं है अभी. बैटरी होती तो मैं तो 22 किलो वजन घटना नहीं देता इसका. बाकी है 500 बता रहा है सुगर. दोबारा से करते हैं. गलत हो गया. 500 शुगर बता रहे हैं. गलत हो गया. दोबारा से. तो कोई तस्वीर होती है कि देर इज सम तस्वीर तो उसमें ख्वाहिश रंग भरने की अधूरी रह जाती है. लेकिन वो अधूरी नहीं होती. तो कई बार ब्लड निकाल रहे हैं हम लोग. शुगर ले रहे हैं. चमकना पड़ रहा है उनसे. 500 शुगर
जी
बता.
सर,
हाँ
नया चैलेंज जो रहता है
हाँ.
वो जिंदगी के कुछ अलग दृश्य आपको दिखाता है और
हाँ,
आपके
208
अंदर
है ना.
अंडरस्टैंडिंग फर्क डालता
286. हाँ बिल्कुल नया चैलेंज रहता है. चैलेंज तो हमेशा ही नया रहता है. रेस्पॉन्स पुराना रहता है ज्यादातर.
है. रिस्पॉन्स पुराना, इसीलिए कन्फ्लिक्ट
हाँ
होता है.
रेस्पॉन्स. चैलेंज नया समझ में आ जाए तो फिर तो रेस्पॉन्स भी कर सकते. अभी तो सब ठीक ठाक है. लोग के हिसाब से बात कर तो बात कर. चलो खाना खाओ. नमस्कार सर.
नमस्कार नमस्कार. प्रणाम सर.
प्रणाम. आपने कहा जो हार्ट होता है ना सर वो इसलिए होता है कि हम अपने आप कुछ समझते हैं कि हम कुछ हैं और मतलब ईगो रहता है इसी कारण हार्ट होता है.
बराबर
बस.
सही कह रहे हैं, पर कई बार क्या होता है सर कि नया रिस्पॉन्स भी देना जरूरी है ना. अभी
जी.
जैसे आजकल जो टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है, किसी ने कहा कि आपको ये यूज करना है और आपको नहीं आती है, तो उसने बोला क्या यार तुमको इतनी सी बात नहीं आती है, तो अब तो भी अपन हट होते हैं.
जी हाँ. नहीं इसलिए हार्ट होता है कि हम समझते हम कुछ है और हमको उसने ऐसा बोल दिया और ईगो रहता है. ईगो
हमारी
ईगो
इमेज
रहता है.
हमारी इमेज बनी हुई ना खुद के बारे में,
इमेज
हाँ,
बनिए वो
image.
इमेज हार्ट होती
कि हम हर चीज को अच्छी तरह से कर ही लेंगे. फिर वो जो मालूम
अच्छा,
पड़ता है हम
अच्छा.
नहीं कर पा रहे हैं तो इमेज हर्ट होती है. सामने वाला
जी हाँ,
बोल देता है
बिल्कुल
तो भी इमेज हर्ट हो जाती है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
अभी
यही बात
सर
है.
अभी ऐसा है कि इतने नए नए मतलब सॉफ्टवेयर आ रहे हैं कि आज ही मेरे को बताया उन्होंने कि हमारा एक फोटो था, उस फोटो को उन्होंने पूरा कॉमिक के उसमें चेंज कर दिया, जिसको कुछ वो हिब्लिश या कुछ और बोलते हैं, दैट मोड. तो इतने नए नए वो आ रहे हैं और एआई का इतना खतरनाक यूज हो रहा है
हाँ हाँ.
कि कह नहीं सकते. अब अपने लिए वो क्या होता है कि इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
यस दैट इज राइट.
तो हाँ, तो इसलिए दिक्कत होती है, पर अब ठीक है. अच्छा, दैट
जी.
मेक्स प्रेशर ऑन आवर माइंड बिकॉज
बिल्कुल सही
बिकॉज ऑफ
बिल्कुल
आवर
सही.
इमेज.
हाँ ये सही बात है कि आपने बहुत ये मुझे तो बहुत कम आता है ये नई टेक्नोलॉजी का. तो बड़ी मतलब ये फील होता है कि ये अपने को नहीं आता है.
अच्छा, बच्चों को लगता है कि बिकॉज दे नो दिस टेक्नोलॉजी दे आर
यस
बेटर देन अस.
यस यस.
So they say you don't even understand this thing, and you talk of Krishnamurti and many other great saints.
Yes, that is right.
So this is the problem.
So all the seeking has been complete now.
वो
Yes.
बोल गया कौवा बोला.
Crow when it speaks, many people get hurt. So they should know in their self knowing what they are seeking.
The coin is there to remind you of JK.
Yes, yes.
And Pradeep ji, what I want to say that if you go outside of your house, such normal conflicts will be always there because it's like dust. Dust will be moving in the environment and that will catch you up. So he is not talking of that conflict or disturbance. He is talking of your inner core means at the core level problem he is talking of. And what you are seeking at the core level. Do you want money or do you want what is the purpose of life? I should not discuss on that right now. But what is the purpose of your life?
Basically, Dinesh ji,
Yeah.
everything has to be seen in the light of the self knowing itself.
Yes.
One has to know what is going on inside him, in his brain,
Yes.
in his feelings and all that. So
Yes.
he can find what desires are going on, what things he is seeking or what he is after. Either he is after the quietness of the mind, silence of the mind, or some worldly affair.
Yes.
That changes from the phases of life.
And this is
Changes
what
in the
hypocrisy.
phases of life.
Yes, and that is what hypocrisy is talking about. People say that they want peace and they want this quietness of mind. And if you see, then they are very much busy in business, and lot of conflicts are there. They have to. So this is what the hypocrisy, no?
Hypocrisy is
yes, sir. Verma.
Hypocrisy is when you say something and do something else, live a different life.
Yes.
You talk to your mind, and you can show your pedantry, your panditya to others, but you live a different life. That is called hypocrisy.
Yes.
Anyway,
See what if you are making a comment on me, then I should say that I have already got the essence of everything, and I am doing what I want to do now.
Do that.
Dinesh ji and Pradeep sir. If seeking is the topic, then there is no problem because seeking is a universal phenomenon.
Hypocrisy is
if you see hypocrisy is another matter. But normally people coming to JK or they are going to some spiritual speaker or something like that, they are at least clear in their at least motives, what they are going, what they are going. The hypocrisy is there. Hypocrisy exists only up to the time when the person is very much cunning, or either he doesn't know what he is doing.
That is called ignorance.
Yes.
Sir, either he is too clever or he is idiot. In both the cases, he may go at one place. Yes.
So Kamlesh.
So time has now come to 7:32 or something like that. So
thank you all the friends. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks all.